feed, and it showed, what did it say? It said Sydney Sweeney cut from the sequel to Devil Wears Prada, and I was I forgot. I don't know if I heard that she was in it. I forgot, or I just didn't care. But Sydney Sweeney, me and my wife talked about this, and I don't know. She had a very interesting 2025, right? With the whole, I don't know what to call it. Am I magazines? I don't know what the hell that was, and or was she set up for failure with that whole situation? um, People want now the thing now it's like it's a hit piece on people's careers if you are Megan. like dude, like I don't care what her political affiliations are, but I lean one way. Okay, so what? Okay, that's where I lean, right? So okay, I don't care if you lean the other way, but you know what? But with everything that's been going on, with the fact that even his main supporters are going, damn, I think I might have voted for the wrong person. Yeah. Now it's like, hey, look, you are guilty by association. Have I myself cut friends off for those political beliefs? You damn right, because I'm petty, but that's just me. But you know what? It's fine if I can still support an actor despite that. But when you make bonehead moves after bonehead moves, and then I'll have more respect for the people who stand on business. But the ones who go, will it hurt my career if I say I support that? Okay, maybe I don't. Then that fall to grace to the inevitable. I'm gonna triple dipple down on it because I ain't making no money. Like those, it's a weird moment in a person's career when they'll decide, because nobody's career gets hurt for some reason for ever saying I support the left, and no matter how popular or unpopular that the left is, it's kind of funny, right? And that should tell you something. No matter how unpopular the left is at the time, unless there's a real major scandal that's going on, it's still not an unpopular thing to say I support the left, because usually 9 times out of 10 they're doing, or they're claiming to do something that's supposed to be good and beneficial to people, liberty, right? But on the other side, it's like, they may be popular at one moment, but then when their popularity dips, or when people wake up and they go, oh, okay, well, your whole platform is taking things away from people or hurting people. I'm like, or owning the whatever, it's like, what the hell? Anyway, so Sydney Sweeney, she, like I said, had an interesting 2025 with that whole political stuff. And reports confirmed that the other day that Sydney Sweeney's 3-minute cameo as herself in The Devil Wears Prada was completely removed from the final cut of this sequel. Now, could it be due to her political beliefs? Possibly. I want to say it's more possible than not. What's likely the situation is, it was just cut for time. Most directors, and when they get into the editing process, will be like, yeah, I don't want to cut this scene, or they'll even cut a scene that they loved and it was so beloved, but if they have to cut it out, you gotta do what works best for the movie. So what was the situation? Could it be that it just didn't work for the movie overall? It felt too forced, or were they worried that her presence in the film would be a distraction or a hindrance? I don't know. I'm more likely to think that it was probably the hindrance thing, the distraction thing, because fashionably, I mean, as far as fashion, she is sought after. She is, like, ironically, just, and I talked about this on Tuesday. I said, just like how Zendaya is definitely eyed for her fashion sense. When she hits that red carpet, she always wows. This is a movie about fashion. But I think that jeans thing is what probably made the director go, yeah, I don't know. Maybe her line said something about jeans or something. They're like, I don't want to be accused of being anywhere attached to attaching my car to that train wreck, or supporting or not supporting, or this or that, on the left, on the right, all of that. No, I don't want to be. I don't want this scene to be misinterpreted and accused of making a political statement. Maybe that was the situation, and that's what I'm going to assume, only on the headline alone, right? But going through the bullet points here, it says that the writer, Aline Bross McKenna, if I'm saying that right, confirms the cut, stating the scene didn't work structurally for the opening sequence. And at face value, that's probably legit. The scene featured Emily Blunt's character, now at Dyer, dressing Sweeney, but test audience reportedly found it disrupted the flow. And the film is still set to come out this May, but they just had to cut that scene because, like I said, so when the test audience is saying, this is distracting, and based on, the question is, where did you test this scene? Where did you test the footage? If we're in California, and they're like, you know what, then because then you're getting, like, if you test it with me, maybe I would say, it's kind of distracting because, I can't disassociate right now. I can't disassociate her from what that train wreck of a year was, especially starting off with those jeans, right? And since it has to do with fashion, it's just too distracting to me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't care what her political affiliation is. It's just the way she went about it. That train wreck of a marketing of that double downing to an apology to I don't know what she was doing kind of a thing. And the fact that this is a movie about fashion probably was like that's all people would think about. Was that scene necessary? And that director was probably like, okay, I was really trying not to make this movie anywhere near about that. So if that's why people are taking it, you know what? Cut it. Let's cut it. I don't want people to even put me in a situation to even interpret that that's what we're saying here. So cut it. The film is still coming out May 2026 this year. The release is featuring Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, and returning to save Runway magazine. I guess that's the plot. So I saw The Devil Wears Prada, I think maybe once. I don't think I saw it in theaters. Maybe I saw it at home. I can't remember. Did I see it in theater? But I think people are sleeping on the impact that this movie is about to give, man. I think this movie is going to do well. And I don't think people are giving it the credit that it deserves. Did Sydney Sweeney get fired because of her political stance? I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't the studio that were like, let's cut. I don't want to be misinterpreted for standing with whatever crap that she was going through. But when they saw the test audience, they were like, okay, it is giving that problem, and no, cut it. Let's cut it. I don't want it. That's my thoughts on it. Let's share your thoughts on that. Let us know what you guys think.